Hello everybody! So, this is going to be the last video I make before my attempt at conquering the nation of Arstotzka. So, last time, Sebastian got his ass handed to him. He's apparently 13. Hey, he's in Japan. He's legal. Well, and he was held in the House of Eternity, which I'm pretty sure shouldn't have the resources to have the cage they made for him. Given history, economics, and what alloys are. But still, let's get on with it. My age, I'm 16. Kaguya leans closer with still with a serious look. 16, you say? I don't know if I was clear, but I said you better tell us the truth. I did tell the truth, I swear. Ryson, get closer to the cage. Who's telling Ryson to get closer to the cage? Eren, is it you? Anyway, we would believe you, but you look like a kid. No, I am not a kid. Well, you said you were 16. You are still legally a child. And, hell, even at the age of 18, you'd still be called kid. So, yeah. I can't be a kid. I'm not allowed to be one anymore. Sebastian suddenly stopped, turned his back again, and stayed silent. Ryson looks at him with concern. What do you mean you can't be one anymore? Time for tragic animal backstory time. He says his ellipses. Kaguya then said, "Hey, she asked you a question." Turn around and Kaguya and Ryson then felt Eren putting her hands on their shoulders. Let's leave him alone for now. Bitch, you made a cage to contain him! And in your minds, he tried to kill a ton of people. I'm pretty sure you shouldn't let that slide. 'Cause, given the fact that you're medical professionals, I'd say this is malpractice, not trying to figure out what the problem is. Am I overanalyzing this? Oh, hell yeah. Do I care? No. Oh. So yeah. Kaguya then said, but Eren, we still need to ask this gappy more questions. See? Wait, was Tiwi in this room? I forgot. I know, but look at him. He is not in the state to answer difficult questions. I feel like I should say something, but nothing's coming to mind. And is not like he is going anywhere. With him in a place where he can't cause trouble, we can prioritize on the fallen object. Okay, considering he's a gappy and has caused a ton of damage already, to the point where he's actually broken his fucking arm punching something so hard. You should not, under any circumstances, be leaving him alone like this. Though I will assume that the object is really that dangerous. Though this isn't... However, well, because this is down in the rough, it's gonna be not nearly as bad as a keystone. So, yeah. Though, Reimu's still probably considering it an incident and going off, slaughtering anything in her path, trying to find out what's going on. And we should hope Yukari is one of them. Anyways. Kaguya looks back in the cage and turns back to Eren and said, "You're right. Now that we know that the fallen object is terrestrial seal, it became a priority to find and destroy it. Let me guess, that's his seal." wrong! Anyways, that's right. Let's leave him for now. All three of them were about to leave the room, but Ryson stops and looks back and turns back to Sebastian. I cannot English today. Well, with his back still turned, she gets close to the cage. Look, I know you don't want to answer my questions, but I don't just want to call you Gappy. So, can you at least tell me your name? Sebastian turns his head slightly. My name is Sebastian Montes. Wait, you should have figured out through his voice he was young. Because I'm pretty sure you can't do the deep animal voice forever. Yeah. And from now on, I'm going to call you Sebastian Moltrace. Sebastian Moltrace? What a strange sounding name. Maybe it's more common in that language he used. Well, Aaron did say he is a different race of human. Well, down with the entire human race, I say. I guess different races have different languages. Given the fact that Chinese is, to some extent, a different race than Japanese, ask anyone who's interacted with the Japanese in World War II. And Chinese and Japanese are different languages. Did they make the round at this point, or they? I'm pretty sure you should at least know that. Remember, this was back during actual nation states where people of the same nationality and whatnot were in the same territory. I'll shut the fuck up now, but still think about it. I'm not letting my useless information go to waste. Anyways, the outside world was more diverse than I realized. Aren't you realizing it now, so you don't realize while you're realizing? Philosophy. I can do it right. So that Ryson gives us a slight smile. Alright, Sebastian. You are our prisoner, but I promise you, we will keep you fed. I wonder if there will be any dietary issues with this. Gracias, thank you. Redundant much? I lost track of how many times he did it and how many times I made jokes about it. So, yeah. I couldn't have done it not at all for all I know. But yeah. Ryson nods her head and walk out of the room. Did this kid really did all those terrible things? No one would have expected one Austrian painter to just become Chancellor of Germany or do any of the things he did, but hey, we still learn about Hitler in school. Yeah, he was actually Austrian, just took control of Germany, took over his home in Austria, which made him, to some extent, German. History's a fucking problem for anyone who doesn't like complicated clusterfucks. Anyways, some time passes, and Sebastian is standing in the corner. Given what sensory deprivation does to people, I'm willing to bet that was only like an hour or two. Seriously, it is not fucking pretty. He took of his rip and burn plaid shirt. His ripped and burned plaid shirt. I guess comma rules are really no one's shtick. Nobody understands. Kind of annoying. So I'll let it slide this time. And looks at it. This was favorite shirt. Whose? Yours? Answer me. Okay, I'll let you think about it. Who looks at the tag on the shirt? Lowrider brand. It was the most expensive piece of clothing. I didn't know thug clothes can be this expensive. Wait, So it's more more expensive than your piece of silver chain that's made in a very, very popular shape, which a lot of people would obviously buy. Not an expert on clothing prices, but I'm willing to bet that I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about anymore. Where was I going with that? I don't know. Yes, I got this kinds of clothes for intimidation and hiding my age, but they grew on me. They grew on me. I thought you grew in them. I never got to wear these new clothes until I went to go to Gensokyo. I guess there was a growth spurt that was unmentioned. And it wasn't mentioned that the clothes were loose. To be fair, I don't actually remember the early chapters that well. Because I started this like months ago, and had a ton of breaks to do other videos. Shh, Skull Basher, it's okay. Anyways. He looks at his shirt again and looks down at his ripped cloth. R.I.P. cloth. R.I.P. And then at his arm covered in bandages. Sebastian starts shaking and fell down to his knees. I thought coming here would give me a better life. But there is racism here too. No, it's not racism. It's, dear God, people brought here the same way you have has almost killed us. And it usually wasn't Mexicans, so yeah. I guess it'd be more like terrorism, paranoia, but that's a bit more organized, so yeah. But worst, most of the beings here want me dead. Yeah, because they're afraid you are going to rip the entire world apart again. Surprised that actually hasn't been a Toho game yet, though to be fair I don't know much about the most recent one. Well, I get blamed and accused for things I didn't do. Technically you're getting blamed and accused for things that never actually happened. And after a few beings of incredible power nearly kill everyone and destroy things, after the 28th time, maybe a couple hundreds, it becomes a bit more legitimate paranoia. Whenever things look like they're going one way, something always shows up to make it worse. Hey, you found Letty. You could have just stuck with that. I got beaten half to death, and now I'm imprisoned with some of them seeing my face. Okay, I'll ignore the face thing because that's probably just a future plot thread. But beaten half to death, I'm pretty sure that was half of that was you. Remember, you're the one who punched something so hard you broke your arm. And you're the one who thought it was a good idea to go to literal hell. Well, as a shortcut. Who knows, maybe the next gappy will snap easier than you did. Yes. Why do I even try anymore? Yeah, you could just go to Yukari and say, okay, this isn't working out, please let me out. And yeah, considering what shit happens, you could just say you remember absolutely nothing of the past week. And yeah. Considering nobody gives a shit about anyone anymore, no one will care. You could probably retain your work. And it's now on the ground, Sebastian is on the verge of crying. Spying on Sebastian is Tiwi. What is he saying? And is he about to cry? Please don't make me feel worse than I already do. Again, I'm not sure about Canon Tiwi, but yeah, I'm pretty sure she shouldn't give a shit. Yeah, despite wanting to cry, he doesn't and gets up slowly. No, I can't cry. At the very least, I need to be a man. Okay, do you have a Y chromosome? Yes? Then congratulations, you're a male. Anyways, he looks at his shirt again. It's already ruined anyway. Yeah, seriously, that is a very big mustard stain. He took off his play shirt and starts to rip it. Don't know why I'm doing this. They have already seen my face. Ah, now here's where he loses his fucking mind. Yes, I thinks. The precious. What is he doing? Oh, you switched to Dewey. I am clearly not in the right mood. I am clearly tired. With the part he rips off from his shirt, he puts it on like a bandana. But I just feel better with my face covered up. I'm willing to bet that whoever hired you didn't exactly check for ID, or you got a good fake. Because, yeah. Child labor laws are a bitch. Well, he then sits down. Besides, it seems like after they take care of, what seems like the fallen abject I've seen. Yes, it is objectively better than a keystone. They will give me a better chance to explain myself. Will they believe me? I don't know, but I got nothing else. Oh. Yes, I looks to the side and thought. Why did he put another cloth over his face? Oh, yes, I is Tiwi's new name. Why did he put another cloth over his face? I wish I knew what language he was speaking. You'd think Yukari would do something about that. Just then, she heard someone. Tiwi, what are you doing here? She quickly turns around to see Ryson holding a tray with a bowl of white rice, a cup of water, and chopsticks. Ryson, I'm not sure, but given this is before water purification, and given he does not have the immune system to take on even normal Japan's diseases, much less a Japan that's been isolated with magic for 200 years, shouldn't you be bringing him something like beer, which has been drunk for centuries even by children, because it was, sterile, because it destroys bacteria and is safe to drink. They didn't know about the effects of alcohol on the human brain back then, remember. But yeah. Ryson, I'm just, Tiwi, I know he caused you pain. But don't worry. Why should you care? She pulls pranks like that on everyone every fucking day. Which actually should be causing you to be suspicious, if I do say so myself. That cage infused with terrestrial seal, he can't do anything. That would have been nice to know last chapter. Now, wasn't terrestrial seal the very thing that fell? Or is this more Toho lore? I don't know. Anyways, I know it's just hard for you to trust him. But listen, I know other than here, he also caused terrible things around Gensokyo. Word travels fast, I guess. But it seems like he's gone through a lot. What do you mean? When we started healing him, We noticed that his other arm, cuts, burns, and bruising. Some of his ribs was crack. Oh, so he was a drug smuggler. They replaced his ribs with crack cocaine. Hey. I'm not knocking it. Sounds efficient. Oh, and one broken. He was missing some molars, and his jaw was cracked as well. Damn, how many of his bones were replaced? Some organs was bruised. Bruised? Organs bruising is probably horrible. In fact, I don't think they bruise. I think they rupture. Yeah. I think they fucking rupture. Yeah. And his entire body is showing a lot of strain. Truthfully, it was a miracle we were able to save him at all. Oh. Again, I think I should have a joke for this, but I don't. I see. And when we try asking questions, he kind of freak out. Yeah, given how people would react, which, given you've been here for years and experienced this yourself, you should know. Why isn't one of your conclusions he's been traumatized by the events here and is lashing out in some sort of psychotic fit? Well, he kind of freaked out. Aaron decided we should leave him be for now. In this nice room of sensory deprivation, for days until we can find some literally invisible object in a giant field. So, you don't know how old he is? No, but I do know his name. The gappy told you his name? Yes. His name is Sebastian Moltrace. That's his name. A strange sounding name. I know! Normally I'd make a joke about them mocking other cultures, but hey, glass houses. I know. I think it's more common where he's from. Anyways, he's gone through a lot. Maybe he feels regret for what he did in Gensokyo. Or maybe he's got serious mental health issues either before or after coming to Gensokyo, and you are in deep shit. Clearly, the members of the House of Eternity, I don't think any of them are getting medical licenses in the outside world. Well, I know. I think it's more common. Oh, that. Ellipses. All I'm asking is, don't judge before we know everything, okay? Okay. Is that food for the gappy? Yes, it is. Why? Do you mind if I take the food to him? You're gonna poison it, aren't you? Or piss in it. Here's your yellow rice. Oh. What? Why? Wait, are you just gonna throw his food away for he can starve? No, I just wanna know. No, what? Ellipses. Oh. Okay. Here, I need to get back fast anyway. I'm just gonna ask you absolutely nothing, and give you this which needs to go to someone, or else they starve. What you want to know? Remember, he's about 13. Japan. He's legal! Just promise me... Give the tray to Tiwi. Thank you. Just promise me you won't let your emotions take over, okay? Wait, who was saying that? I'll assume it was Ryson saying that to Tiwi, so I can say that it was kind of stupid, considering what she pranks people with. Okay. Ryson turns around and walks away. Tiwi, now carrying the tray. She's about to enter the room where Sebastian is. I need to know what the other things that he did was his... I need to know that the other things he did, was his fault. In another part of the mansion... Hospital! It's a fucking tall building, not a mansion. Scarlet Devil Mansion is a mansion. As in a very large house with various... rooms with different functions that would not be seen in normal housing. As internet. Well, Ryson enters a room where Kaguya and Aaron is. Kaguya turns to Ryson. That was quick. Well, yeah. Anyway, I guess I'm here because I'm going to find and destroy the terrestrial seal. But can it really be it though? What do you mean? What I mean is, I don't remember it being so powerful that it has the potential to affect Gensokyo entirely. Is this a keystone? Because I'm pretty sure that did affect Gensokyo. Or is this backstory that is purely reserved for this? Well, it can even affect the Gap Hag. Sweet. And no, this doesn't negate any of my arguments, considering Sebastian doesn't know any of this. Aaron looks at Ryson. I thought that at first, but what else can it be? For how powerful it is, it must be a big and very pure piece of terrestrial seal. Which will also explain it being able to bend light and make it less detectable. Okay. Yeah. That actually is technically one of the powers of an OC I'm working on. Well, I've got the whole thing, I'm just, waiting to implement. Yeah. Alright, but how am I supposed to find something that's almost undetectable? From a drawer, Aaron took out a rectangle-shaped device with a screen and hands it to Ryson. What is this? It's an iPhone, stupid. Just know it has shitty battery life and, like, a fraction of the apps the Google Play Store has. And it also costs more than the entire Cracker Barrel menu. I'm not even kidding! Cracker Barrel menu, $888. iPhone, $1,000. Let that sink in. A device from the moon made to locate terrestrial seal mineral. Okay. I'll ignore the moon bit and question why they would be even looking for terrestrial seal mineral. And also, what metal is that? Platinum? Chromium? Some weird alloy? Or some metal that doesn't exist on the periodic table? At which point, how does that work? What? Answer me! Kaguya then look at Aaron with confused look. Why do you have such a device, Aaron? For this exact situation. And for a mineral that can even affect the power of gods, doesn't fall to the wrong hands. Okay, if it's lunar tech, can't they just make another one? Or hell, can't it be reverse engineered? And plus, I'm pretty sure they'd want... Well, the moon is the wrong hands. Their enemies, the wrong hands. Given how things have been here, pretty much I think everyone is the wrong hands. So may as well let it fall into mine, the wrongest hands. What am I on about again? And, oh shit, did my camera crap out? Well, I guess the cure for cancer can wait another day. So, that is true. Well, Ryson, you should get the other lunar rabbits, and just then, Haley Rabbit ran into the room. Princess, Aaron, Ryson, the Kappa is waking up. Kaguya then looks at the others. Let's hurry. We need to make sure that the Kappa is okay. We are destructive metal that could potentially doom all of Gensokyo by deactivating the power of all yokai, gods, magicians, and even the very entities that keep Gensokyo stable? Pfft. Some random Kappa's waking up, and we're the only 3 doctors in this hospital, apparently. And get her side of the story. Okay, if she was really in as bad a condition as everyone says she is, she should be having serious long-term memory issues from the recent incidents, considering head injury is something that can screw with the hippocampus, which is what's functions for long-term memory. So she probably shouldn't remember the past couple hours prior to her being rendered unconscious. Hey, I'm not exactly going into a field of psychology. I may as well put it to some use. Well, they all rush to the room where the Kappa is. Past the sensory deprivation room where the already potentially psychologically disturbed gappy with potentially incredible power is, where is. Okay, I'm not sure about the layout of the mansion, hospital, tower. Yeah. The Kappa is barely gaining consciousness. How? How was I defeated by a gappy with no powers? Maybe you're just that pathetic. No, there's no way. He must have found his powers. Maybe when he was a baby he found something. Given the fact that he can, physically hurt that which cannot be hurt by physical means. Though to be fair, I think that's an ability with all gappies. If you know about other shitty gap fix. Yeah. How else could he have hit me physically? Well, hey, be glad he didn't hit you with a rock. If you need to hit harder, just grab a rock and then use it to prevent your hand from, going in when you punch it. A rock would have a lot less resistance than your flesh. And plus it'd be taking up a lot of the airspace in your fist, as well as giving it a lot more surface area, so you can hit more with a lot more force. Just thought you should know. How else was he able to make those atrocities without powers? Well, considering you framed him, you should probably be thinking, okay, maybe someone else had similar ideas to me, that a gappy would be dangerous. Worse, I don't even know if the gappy has done anything to me. Well, I'm pretty sure you saw his condition after the fight, so... And if he was strong enough to punch you out... Yeah, I'm pretty sure he wouldn't exactly be in much of a condition to fight, or do anything. Her vision was becoming clear. Where am I, anyways? Shouldn't that have been your first thought? Her vision became clear, and she sees that she is on a bed. Fascinating. What? She then sees Irin, the big 3. The 3 who shouldn't have medical licenses are on the bed. Was I saved by the House of Eternity residents? Irin then speaks. Hello there, how are you feeling? Well, I was just beaten... Well, I just had the shit beaten out of me by someone who may have or may not have destabilized a decent amount of Gensokyo in only a few days. I feel just peachy. I'm pretty sure they didn't ask Sebastian that. Fine, just my neck feels a little cricket, chirp, 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 and my left cheek hurts. But like I said, I'm fine. That's good. Sebastian described his pain the same way Dr. Lingsano did in Kikassia. He felt like he was a puppy that's been raped by a bulldozer. Hey, I've been waiting to use that line for weeks. Seriously, kick-ass, yeah. That was a funny, stupid movie. And you can actually watch it for free on both YouTube and That Guy with the Glasses, as well as its 2 sequels. Yeah. Suburban Nights and To Boldly Flee. Anyways, enough shamelessly plugging in a bunch of reviewers. Time to get back to my riff. Did you save me? Well, it was Ryson that saved you. Erin points to Ryson. The Kappa looks at her. It was you. Thank you. Erin, you can put your arm down now. No! You're welcome. Why not? He wasn't conscious. Was the gappy doing anything to me? When we got there, he was only standing next to you holding something. He then ran off into the forest, most likely spotting me and my unit. Oh, okay. Yeah, he most likely ripped your fucking rib out. That's good. The gappy didn't do anything to me. Hey. You already had the gappy may have potentially tried to rape someone in, like, chapter 5. 2 rape jokes in only a few minutes. That is not a good sign. As Kaguya then asks the Kappa a question. Now that feel a little better, can you tell me what is your name? My name is Haruka. Oh. So your first name is the last name of Booze Mackenzie. I should probably download Yandere Simulator next patch. Anyways, okay, Haruka. If you don't mind telling me, what happened between you and the gappy? Why is she asking about that? They know the gappy knocked me out. Maybe they want to know how he did it, like what kind of powers he has. I'll tell them what kind of power he has, but I can't tell them that I attacked the gappy first, and somewhat torture him. I can't. Considering, canonically, Yukari gaps in a ton of people just to feed the fucking yokai, I don't think anyone should... And because people have been preemptively attacking him because he is a potential threat the whole time he's been here, I don't think anyone would give a shit. Anyways, what happened was, as you know, the Kappa village was looking for the gappy as well. So I was sent to find the gappy, like many others. Was this the same gappy that pretended to be attacked? I forgot. And I entered the part of the Forest of Magic near the human village. That's where I saw a light coming from the forest. There was a fire pit, and next to it was the gappy. I'm behind the tree, and I approached him carefully. And the gappy saw me and went into what I think is a fighting stance. Hey, we're in the Wolfus community. It's thief. Or were you trying to say think? Anyways, I have not seen before. I forgot I'm using a black screen, so I was gonna do some stupid looking pose, but shit. Yeah, I have not seen before. I try to reason with him, but being a gappy, he wouldn't listen. I'm willing to bet there are some flaws with that story if you think about it for too long, but frankly, yeah, I don't care. What happened then? He ran at me to punch me. Again, you could just say, I don't remember what happened. I just remember him punching hard. Yeah, the whole serious hit to the head causing memory loss would seriously mitigate a lot of this. Maybe they're not kept inside maybe entities like this aren't kept in Gensokyo to preserve magic or whatever, but because they'd probably end up getting themselves nominated for the Darwin Awards. Alright. Well, Ryson looks surprised. He can physically hit a yokai. Oh yeah, she wouldn't know that. Yes, but it didn't hurt that much. Irin then commented, he has the power to hit back yokai, but nothing to back it up. I'm pretty sure you've endured other gappies that can do that. Read the fics, or at least the parodies of the fics. So, the jokes of the fics. Frankly, there's a lot of comedy around stupidity. Anyway, that's why I'm finding this so hilarious. Yes, that's what I thought too, but the gappy was going to punch me again, so I fly back and do it. The gappy just kept going. I realized I have to incapacitate him. When he got close, I shot him. I made him fly back to a tree. So you have explosive ammo, eh? Ignoring the spell card rules, Reimu's gonna have to put you down in a few days. Well, remember, spell card rules say you can't kill mortal humans that were born inside Gensokyo. Yokai, fairies, immortals, non-humans, humans that were born outside Gensokyo, fair game. Well, Kage then spoke. If the gappy was so weak, then how was he able to cause so much trouble in Gensokyo? How was he able to cause an explosion in our home? Ruka then thought, so the gappy was evil. I guess she was the kappa that faked it. Ruka continued to talk. So also crossed my mind, but as soon as the smoke cleared, the gappy was standing. Shouldn't someone be asking, okay, he has the ability to hit hard and create explosions. Why the fuck didn't he do that during the fight, and why haven't we seen more explosions out of him? No, seriously. Yeah, you can punch things, or you can literally detonate at will. I'm pretty damn sure explosions are a more useful ability. Yeah. But as soon as the smoke cleared, the gappy was standing. Then he spoke a language I had never heard before. It was like he was chanting something. I don't think that was a necessary part to the story. The gappy then took out something and stabbed it into his arm. What happened next? I can't really explain. Aaron thinks, chanting, huh? Aaron then said, what happened? The gappy screamed, part of it in their language he used. What I can understand was, I will destroy you. Okay, if you never heard it before, and Gensokyo translates English, how the fuck did you understand that if you've never heard it before? I'm pretty sure Gensokyo can't translate my ramblings into anything coherent. As soon as he said that, the gappy ran at me at speeds I never seen a human reach on foot before. I'm pretty sure Sebastian at some point is going to be like, you know what, everyone thinks I'm evil, everyone's going to treat me like I'm evil. Why the fuck aren't I evil? Well, hey, he can just repent on his deathbed. And he accepted Jesus, so he's already getting in heaven. So yeah. Just ask Ivan the Terrible. I guess. So yeah. Well, I was stunned. I didn't expect this. But snap out of it and shot down Makufu at him. Makufu! The next Taekwondo! I don't know why I'm making this joke. And to my surprise, the gappy dove them. Again, I was frozen. Apparently Cerna was in the area. Or Letty again. Actually, she was in the area. Isn't it still winter? And before I can do anything, the gappy was right in front of me. When he was, I felt huge amount of strength coming from him. When he was about to punch, he said, "You're mine now." What about her mine now? Yeah, it's that you're. Then punch me. So Ryson punched her. Well, I thought it was going to be weak as well, but you know what happened. Okay, when you felt much more strength from him, why the fuck would you think it would hurt equally? I'm thinking, as someone who would not have known about the other chapters, and even I'm finding flaws in this. He has the power to enhance his speed, reflexes, and strength. Well, the wagons recommends 2 powers, so he's OP. He's a gap. He's a Sue. And he can create explosions. That's 4 powers. But it sounds like he is enchanting items. First time hearing Gappy with this kind of power, but both doses explain the explosion he caused here. Oh, that's right, the Gappy attack here as well. I mentioned that like a minute ago. Oh, Ryson, stop being a little idiot. Yes, he did. Ryson then said that also explained why his body and mostly his arm was in such terrible shape. Human bodies are not made to hold so much power. Or it's because of this fight, which had no explosions in it. Clearly not directed by Michael Bay. So, yeah. Or, you guys say he's a violent Gappy, maybe it's just because he got in a lot of fights. Wouldn't that be a more, logical explanation? And I just had an idea. Why'd they leave him in a cage if he can create explosions? He's probably just gonna blast the area again so that he can fall out and, I don't know, do enough damage to the cage to escape. Why have you not heard an explosion yet, if that's the case? Yes, well, Rooker then said, wait, how do you know this? I thought the Gappy escaped. Escaped what? Kagi then answers her, no, he didn't. Ryson here captured him. We imprisoned him. He escaped earlier, numbnuts. You caught him? Where is he? Did he say anything? Oh crap, he might have told them that I framed him. No, he just had a psychotic episode. He's in a cage built for him. He's not getting out. He's not said much yet. Why? Oh, no reason. Haruka thought, that's good. Oh yeah, that's a good lie. I'm starting to think this is hard to keep track of. Ryson then add. And there's something about the Gappy that make the Gappy situation here more depressing. Depressing? How? Well, it seems the Gappy is back with Tiwi entering the room. Okay, I'm willing to... I haven't read through, but I'm willing to say that he could have broken the chapter off here. Just a thought. Given I think we're like less than 2/3 of the way through. Plus, I'm willing to bet they're going to mention the age and maybe some tragic animal backstory, which, again, with shitty Gappies, is kind of par for the course. So, yeah. There's no need to cut off there. Back with Tiwi entering the room and Sebastian sitting in the corner of the cell, he sees her coming in. Wait, is that the same Tiwi, I think? She thought I was the one that caused the explosion. When I first came here. You should think... Stupid. How's she gonna prank me this time? Prank. She's the one who set off the explosive. Yeah. Why is she bringing me food? Huey gets closer to the cage. Sebastian tries to get up. But yes, I said. What? Hey, stay where you are. But, oh, yes, is her name again. I forgot. Hey, stay where you are or no food for you. Here's your yellow rice. Sebastian sits down and nods his head and then thinks, Beans! Of course, she doesn't trust me. Why would she? Tiwi gets closer to the cage. She thinks, even with that cloth over his face, I can't stop seeing the face of a young kid. I don't know, maybe it's the smooth, roundish skin, the fact that he's only covering his mouth up with, like, a shred of his shirt. Or, you know, something. What's Tiwi's power again? Yeah, she puts down the tray and slide it in the cage through a small opening. I'm willing to bet Sebastian could have used that to escape, unless if it was specifically built a small rectangle for this very reason. But since that's only an assumption and not an actual estimation of anything, how the fuck is Sebastian contained? She went back away. You can get your food now. Thank you. He gets up and walks toward the food. Yes. Oh, Tiwi. I'm going to assume that's like autocorrect or some issue when typing. But I'm not going to let it slide. Yes, I then thinks. So apparently we now have a narrator. What is with this one? Gappies in this situation would not listen and act like feral animals. Again, potential PTSD should be making him act like this. Well, should be, you know, making him act like one. Why the fuck isn't he? Yeah, Sebastian sits down in front of the tray. He picks up the chopsticks and looks at them. I can't use these. You don't have a spoon or something I can use instead? I don't know if you noticed, but you are our prisoner, so no. Just be glad we are feeding you at all. Yes, be glad we're helping you, incredibly powerful being that might be useful in finding some incredibly destructive force you do not know anything about. Okay. Be glad we're keeping you literally alive, even though you're probably a child. Put in some weird, bad position. That could be easily fixed if Bloodstone Ore takes over Mexico and makes it part of the U.S. Yes, and I should probably shut the fuck up now. Yeah. Okay. Sebastian puts down the chopsticks, picks up the bowl, and eats the rice with his hand. Why the fuck did they ever come up with chopsticks? I don't know enough about Japan to know if that's actually a thing they did, but, you know. Even then, I think it would be more for things like, fish. Than, you know, rice. Oh. True thing. Who the fuck is True? Is this also Tiwi? What is with this kid that I framed? No, even if I framed him, even if he is a kid or not, he still caused terrible things in Gensokyo. I'm pretty sure when someone thinks he did something even though I framed him, they should be thinking, okay, maybe it's partly my fault, or maybe it was also framed. Anyways, and now I can ask him why. Hey, you are going to tell me... I'm sorry. What? Kiba looks at Sebastian putting down his bowl. I'm sorry you got hurt during the explosion, but you have to believe me, I did not cause the explosion. I do not know where it came from. Please believe me. Tiwi looks... Oh, so... apparently. I don't know what's causing that issue. Tiwi looks to the side and thinks, I'm sorry, but... She then speaks, even if it wasn't your fault, you still caused so many terrible things around Gensokyo. I has he not killed someone yet? Maybe in a future chapter, something just snaps in him and he finally does what some of us would have done long ago. Those are misunderstandings. Misunderstandings? Yeah, almost everyone in this land did not give me a chance to explain myself, or they just jumped to conclusions. Or both, given... Actually, it's both half the time. Just because of who I am and how I got here. I'm pretty sure that someone... Well, I'm pretty sure at this point they should be like, okay, the second we see a gappy, I'm alerting everyone and we go kill the fucker. Then, eventually, Yukari will stop doing that. Yeah, Sebastian continues, I was even framed. Ellipses with an exclamation mark, because that's apparently a noise you can make. It's in quotes. I realize half my jokes only work if you actually read the fucking thing. So, yeah. He puts ellipses in quotes all the time. It's weird. He thinks he's framed. He was framed again? That can't be. I don't know. You did a violent thing. May as well blame it on someone who is known, who would be known for violence. Like a gappy. You can know everything and still be a fucking moron if you have no common sense or ability to connect things. Framed by who? Sebastian and Tiwi looks at the door to see that the voice was coming from Irin, standing in the door with Raisen, Kaguya, and Haruka trying to hide behind them. Haruka thinks, so under that cloth, this gappy is probably a young kid, huh? There was no need to cut it off. You could have just said, he's a kid, back to that, with no need to ellipses cut off. And yeah, he probably could have chopped this chapter in two. Huh, doesn't matter if he is or not. He is still a dirty gappy. I'm sure they won't believe him. I'm pretty sure if it was literally anyone else, at this point, someone actually would be dead. Be it themselves, someone else, intentionally or accidentally. Or yeah. Technically, someone probably did die during this, but in another continent. So yeah, technically blood is spilt all in everything. Even Dora the Explorer. So yeah. Sebastian responds, it was a kappa. Kaguya then speaks, a kappa? Why would a kappa frame a human? Kaguya, I thought you were talking to Tiwi. I'll assume that wasn't actual error on the writer's part. Why would a kappa frame a human? Even in an era like this, they would never do that. Not even to a gappy. I'm not even going to say anything. That is why I went to them for help. But when I got close to the village, I saw this post with a kappa sleeping in it. For I don't look suspicious. Yes, I only wear clothing from an outsider's clothing, have different colored skin, a bandana across my face to intentionally intimidate people, and I've been feared, heard like a terrorist because of what other people have done, including kill several and cause immense damage. I'm not suspicious. I went to the post and woke up the kappa to tell her what I was doing. But when she asks if I was from the outside, and I told her yes, because she's apparently blind, she took told me that the Kappa would never help some people like me. She told me to go, or she will attack me. At this point I was desperate, so I begged her to let me go to the village. But she got angrier. She was about to attack me. Aaron speaks. I know the Kappa race have lost trust in gappies, but if a gappy needed help, the Kappa would at least listen to them. Not threaten and attack them without being provoked. I'm sorry, but this sounds far-fetched. And, okay, Aaron, Tiwi, whatever the fuck's going on, and yet the Kappa... And yet no one mentioned how far-fetched the Kappa's story was. Starting to think this is weird. It kind of dose, but... Ryson then said, what happened then? Did she attack you? Did the three come in while I was not, I don't know, staring at a fucking wall or something? Or is this act just Tiwi? Surprised, he continued. She was about to, but I saw 4 other Kappa form at a distance. Ah, yes, they formed, well, distance between you. Because they walked in the opposite direction, I guess. I don't know, I don't remember the other chapters. One of them was, if I remember, Neatery. Why the wait. Would you not know about this Kappa if you knew about Neatery? I'm not even gonna get that up. I read she was one of the kindest Kappa. The Kappa that was about to attack me turned to see the others as well. As they come closer, I thought they can help me. Tiwi asks, but what happened? The Kappa that was going to attack me fell to the ground and yelled that I attacked her, and that I wanted to attack the village. Well, nobody knows you, so they probably assume you're a psychotic idiot, like the rest of them, apparently. I wonder how many breaks for water I've had so far. As soon as I turn around, Neatery and the other Kappa started flying toward us. Then I heard Kappa on the ground said, "Oh, I run if I was you." Because apparently her grammar is just as bad. Hey, it's an automatic translation field, I guess. It should translate to something rational and coherent. I'm going to bet... Hey, even if I'm not a grammar Nazi, I'm still going to make fun of it. Manipulating lore for your own personal ends. That's a retcon. Alright. No other choice, but I did just that. Kaguya looks at Sebastian. I'm going to... Okay, maybe Tiwi's ability is shape-shifting, for all I know. Kaguya looks for Sebastian. That's a little suspicious. If you just wanted to help, you could just challenge them to a spell card battle and explain yourself. Why didn't you? Because I don't have powers. What did I tell you about lying? I'm not lying. Maybe they walked in and... Okay, apparently I was just staring off into space and forgot part of the story. I might be getting a bit irritated now. I'm not lying. Truthfully, I've been looking for my powers, for I can have a spell card battle to explain itself. I thought you said you couldn't. Now you say you can? Then how do you explain the explosion you caused here, and all the terrible things you did? Like I told Tiwi. Okay, they did walk in. I don't know where the explosion came from. I still feel bad she was caught up in it. Tiwi in deep thought, why can't you just be a normal gappy? Well, I think you should be happy he isn't. Otherwise, there'd be at least 3 pregnancies. If it ended like Diamond in the Rough, at least 2 of them would be miscarriages. A ton of people dead and everything. And you would have had to endure an even more annoying Animu backstory that makes no fucking sense. So yeah. And the other misunderstandings. And the other things are misunderstandings. Please believe me. Okay, maybe, just maybe, the other things are misunderstandings. How do you explain you attacking and knocking out the Kappa before Ryson found you? And the fact that you knocked her out with a physical hit. Haruka looks so little worried. I hope they don't believe that stupid gappy. Wait, why the fuck would you bring her in? You don't... Gensokyo doesn't have lawyers, a law, as far as I can tell. This... medical licenses, standard medical practice, or anything. And I'm pretty sure these guys don't have a medical license, even a written one like that they made themselves. And I'm pretty sure they are still getting medical malpractice suits. Yeah. Sebastian continued. Look, it's gonna be hard to believe, but my ability to physically hit you came from my god. I don't know exactly what gods in Toho can do, so I'll buy it. Kagi asks, alright, question. Which goddess in Tokyo would help a gappy? Consider... Well, most likely he would give it to the Hakurai goddess, considering how weak that one is. Well, like a handful of people. No, not a god from here. He is a god from the outside world. Here and then remember something. A god from the outside world. Wait, that charm he used to have. The shape of it. There... No, it's probably a coincidence. Why the fuck would it be a coincidence that he has a fucking shape on his neck and a god? If gods in Gensokyo don't have it. Or do you know about Christianity and you should be like, oh shit. Considering how much of a bizarre world Gensokyo can be. Considering you have like 13 different hells. Kaguya then said, let's say that does explain how you were able to physically hit yokai. How do you explain the super strength to knock her out? Was it from your god as well? No, I had adrenaline going through my body. The heck is adrenaline? Oh yeah, technically nowadays it's called epinephrine. I don't know why, and I think it's stupid too. Move on, let's move on. Here then answers, adrenaline is a hormone that gets released from the brain into the human body that enhances them. But only in dire situations. But normal humans don't have enough to cause damage to yokai on that level. Technically, humans can't damage yokai at all. I know, that's why I had adrenaline... Well, that's why when I had adrenaline in me, I used an adrenaline shot I got from the shop owned by Rinosuke. Apparently a racist drug peddler. To give me more strength. Here thinks, Haruka did say he stabbed something in his arm to make him got stronger. Here and that's it. That dose... Explain it, but why did you attack the Kappa? She was trying to be non-hostile. Non-hostile? She attacks me out of nowhere and kicking me in the face while I was down. Threatened to destroy something precious to me. My precious! And kill me. I had no choice but to fight back. Kick to the face? I'll explain the slightly crack. Okay, so apparently it's very low dose crack in his jaw. Like, very low chemical purity. He does not work for good drug peddlers. Crack he had in his jawbone and missing molars. Ryson was about to comment. Haruka came close to her. Agent Sebastian noticed. You. I didn't want to throw myself to the gappy, but it looks like I have no choice. Haruka spoke. I know we are hunting you, but why would I do that? Because you are the same Kappa that framed me in the first place? Ryson turned to Haruka and said, "You never said anything about that. We're just gonna believe the person who may or may not have tried to kill us." That's because I never met him before I found him. Technically, he found you. Jesus Christ, this is a nightmare. Sebastian then said, "Don't lie to them. We have met before, and you want me dead." Why the fuck is the intent to murder so weird to Gensokins? I mean, hell. Sean Jay's, even though technically being immortal, is constantly being hunted by Junko. Oh, Hekatia, Clown Piece, and those who work for them. The Miorin and other temples are constantly fighting each other. Shit goes down in Gensokyo. Why is this so weird to them? Here, look at Haruka. Are you telling the truth? No, and you're not either. Why would I lie? You would believe a gappy over me? Ryzen looks at Tiwi. Tiwi, don't be insensitive. She may just be lying about trying to have murdered someone unprovoked. I'm sorry? Okay, Tiwi. Oh, by the way, where did all my chemicals that could be used to make explosives go? Haruka turns to look at Sebastian still speaking. I know you hate people like me, but I was the one who took someone precious away from you. I don't know if I mentioned this, but according to Arcluse's notes, his name isn't actually Sebastian, go figure, and apparently this was supposedly from another gappy, not Brawley from Diamond in the Rough. Yeah, Haruka's eyes widen. What are you talking about? She starts to look angry. It slipped out of your mouth when you were attacking me. You said that the other before me took something precious from you. It was multiple gappies between this one and Diamondback. I never said that. Long ass ellipses between said and that. She became noticeably angrier and the others noticed. Redundantly, the sentence became redundant. Like I have been telling many others before, I don't want power. I don't want women. Bullshit. Bullshit, you say it all have the same fleshy genetic code we all have. So unless you're asexual, which, let's be frank, I'm pretty sure you're not. Yeah, you still, thanks to your interactions with Letty, you still probably have the same hardwired code. Yeah. I just want to start a new life. The only reason I'm even looking for my powers is to survive. Hey, technically you can have a new life here, without powers. It's gonna be short as shit, but still a life. Hagia then thinks, start a new life. Wait, he did almost say he can't be a kid anymore. What happened to his old life that made him think this way? That's all I want. Her response is, no. You are laying. I think he's sitting. That's not all you want. You cabbies want everything. Okay, he wants shit. I'll give him shit right here. Oh wait, I've been giving him shit this entire riff. Haha. And you'll do anything to get what you want. You are evil beings that will take advantage of everyone. Hey, you don't have to be a gappy to be evil. I exist. Especially us Kappa. Technically that was the fairies in Tenshi that fucked you over. Brawley just had a very, very bad sense of judgment, considering he wanted armor in Danmaku battles. Yeah. As soon as I knew you were gappy, I had no choice but, to make sure you don't go in our village too. Everyone was quiet. What did I just say? Well, congrats, Reimu. This is gonna be a weird one. Haruka turns to the door. I think I'd better go. Eren pointed an arrow to Haruka. Apparently, Eren did come armed, so 1 point to her. I think it would be best for you to stay. End of chapter 19. This was actually a really good chapter. It was just long as shit, and I got very irritated by the end. I took like 2 or 3 seamless breaks to go get water. And yeah, probably could have been broken up into 2, but hey, Arcluse has to put up with this shit. So yeah. I guess I'll spare the mind wrath of continued talking, so good night, everyone. Or afternoon, whenever the fuck you decide to watch this.